Reid Miles. Reid Miles, July 4, 1927, February 2, 1993, was an American graphic designer and photographer best known for his work for Blue Note Records in the 1950s and 1960s. Biography. Reid Miles was born in Chicago, Illinois, on July 4, 1927, but, following the stock market crash and the separation of his parents, moved with his mother to Long Beach, California, in 1929. After high school, Miles joined the Navy and, following his discharge, moved to Los Angeles to enroll at Chouinard Art Institute. After working in New York City in the early 1950s for John Herman Sader and Esquire magazine and Margaret Hockaday's advertising firm, Miles was hired in his own right around 1955 by Francis Wolff of the jazz record label Blue Note to design album covers when the label began releasing their recordings on 12 LP. Miles designed over 500 covers, frequently incorporating the session photographs of Francis Wolff and, later, his own photographs, although many of his later designs dispensed entirely with photographs. Miles wasn't particularly interested in jazz, professing to have much more of an interest in classical music. He received several copies of each Blue Note album he designed, but gave most of them to friends or sold them to used record shops. Miles used the descriptions of the sessions relayed to him by producer Alfred Lyon to create the artwork. Lyon's retirement as a record producer in 1967 coincided with the end of Miles' connection with Blue Note. $50 an album. They loved it, thought it was modern, they thought it went with the music. Many of his most famous shots were elaborate montages of people and group photographs, reminiscent of Norman Rockwell. Several of these were shot for record album covers, including Chicago Roman 9, Chicago's Greatest Hits, and the Basement Tapes. Miles created a fine art series of photographs. A signature technique of these were the visual elements of the photograph that continued across the matting and frames. He later directed television commercials, which garnered him a Clio Award in 1976. Select discography. Blue Note Records. Bud. The Amazing Bud Powell Vol. 3. Cool Struttin'. Doing the thing, in the thing, the thing, the thing, the thing. Hustling. Hub Tones. Midnight Blue. A Night at Birdland Vol. 1. The Scene Changes. The Amazing Bud Powell Vol. 5. Serenade to a Soul Sister. Milt Jackson and the Thelonious Monk Quintet. The Sidewinder. Out to Lunch. Empyrean Isles. Our Man in Paris. No Room for Squares. Blue Train. Go Dexter Gordon Album. A New Perspective. In and Out. Judgment. It's Time. Album. Into Something. The Sermon Jimmy Smith Album. Midnight Special Jimmy Smith Album. Good Move. Moanin'. Speak No Evil. No Evil. Evil. Out of This World. The Three Sounds Album. Midnight Creeper. Joyride Stanley Turrentine Album. Trompetta Toccata. Unimass. The Rumproller. Stick Up. Up. Maiden Voyage Herbie Hancock Album. Tippin'. Soul Station. Quartet/Quintet/Sextet. Gettin' Around. Speakin' My Piece. Hank Mobley Album. Night Dreamer. Gravy Train Lou Donaldson Album. Tackin' Off. Speak Like a Child Album. Dialogue Bobby Hutcherson Album. Jutta Hip with Suit Sims. Happy Frame of Mind. Sonny Rollins Volume 1. Leeway. Mode for Joe. A Swingin' Affair. Open Sesame Freddie Hubbard Album. Introducing Kenny Burrell. Let Freedom Ring. Blues Walk. Freeform Donald Byrd Album. Others. Chicago Roman 9, Chicago's Greatest Hits. The Basement Tapes. Going places is places is places places places. If a gambler equals sources equals.